Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of US presidents. We'll explore their achievements, challenges, and the legacies they've left behind. Stick around because this journey through history is packed with interesting facts you won't want to miss. George Washington, serving from 1789 to 1797, was our nation's first president. He set many precedents, including the two-term limit, and established the new federal government. Washington was known for his leadership in uniting the country after the Revolutionary War. Next up, John Adams, our second president from 1797 to 1801. A Federalist, Adams played a key role in avoiding war with France through diplomacy and strengthening the Navy. Thomas Jefferson, the third president from 1801 to 1809, was a Democratic Republican. He made the historic Louisiana Purchase in 1803, doubling the size of the United States, and initiated the Lewis and Clark Expedition. James Madison, known as the father of the Constitution, served from 1809 to 1817. During his presidency, he led the nation through the War of 1812, which strengthened America's independence. And then we have James Monroe, who served from 1817 to 1825. His Monroe Doctrine in 1823 warned European nations against further colonization in the Americas, asserting U.S. influence in the Western Hemisphere. John Quincy Adams, the sixth president from 1825 to 1829, was known for his support of infrastructure improvements and scientific advancements. Despite his efforts, his presidency was marked by political opposition. Andrew Jackson, serving from 1829 to 1837, was a man of the people. Known for his populist approach, he implemented the controversial Indian Removal Act and fiercely opposed the National Bank. Martin Van Buren, president from 1837 to 1841, faced the Panic of 1837, a financial crisis that led to a severe economic depression. Despite his struggles, he continued Jackson's policies. William Henry Harrison, our ninth president, served the shortest term, only 32 days, in 1841. Unfortunately, he died of pneumonia just a month into his presidency. John Tyler, who succeeded Harrison, served from 1841 to 1845. He is best known for the annexation of Texas, which set the stage for the expansion of the United States. James K. Polk, president from 1845 to 1849, led the country during the Mexican-American War, significantly expanding U.S. territory with the acquisition of California and New Mexico. Zachary Taylor, a war hero, served as president from 1849 to 1850. He opposed the expansion of slavery into the new territories, which was a contentious issue of his time. Millard Fillmore, president from 1850 to 1853, signed the Compromise of 1850, which aimed to ease tensions between slave and free states. Franklin Pierce, serving from 1853 to 1857, saw the passing of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which heightened tensions leading up to the Civil War. James Buchanan, president from 1857 to 1861, struggled with the looming crisis of secession. His inability to address the divisions led to increased tensions between North and South. Abraham Lincoln, serving from 1861 to 1865, led the nation through the Civil War and issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which began the process of freeing the slaves. Sadly, his life was cut short by assassination. Andrew Johnson, who took office after Lincoln, served from 1865 to 1869. His presidency was marked by Reconstruction and his impeachment trial, which he narrowly survived. Ulysses S. Grant, president from 1869 to 1877, worked to stabilize the post-war nation and combat the Ku Klux Klan, although his administration faced numerous scandals. Rutherford B. Hayes, serving from 1877 to 1881, ended Reconstruction and initiated civil service reforms, aiming to curtail the patronage system. James A. Garfield, president for just 200 days in 1881, advocated for civil service reform before his assassination. Chester A. Arthur, who served from 1881 to 1885, is best known for signing the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act, which began to dismantle the patronage system. Grover Cleveland, our only president to serve two non-consecutive terms, 1885-1889 and 1893-1897, vetoed many private pension bills and dealt with the Panic of 1893. Benjamin Harrison, serving from 1889 to 1893, expanded the Navy and signed the Sherman Antitrust Act to combat monopolies. Grover Cleveland, our only president to serve two non-consecutive terms 1885-1889 and 1893-1897, vetoed many private pension bills and dealt with the Panic of 1893. William McKinley, president from 1897 to 1901, led the nation through the Spanish-American War and annexed Hawaii. Theodore Roosevelt, who took office after McKinley's assassination in 1901 and served until 1909, was a progressive reformer who built the Panama Canal and established national parks. William Howard Taft, president from 1909 to 1913, focused on antitrust prosecutions and dollar diplomacy, promoting U.S. interests overseas. Woodrow Wilson, serving from 1913 to 1921, led the country through World War I and established the League of Nations. Warren G. Harding, president from 1921 to 1923, promised a return to normalcy, but his term was marred by the Teapot Dome scandal. Calvin Coolidge, serving from 1923 to 1929, presided over the Roaring Twenties and promoted business growth. Herbert Hoover, president from 1929 to 1933, faced the onset of the Great Depression and initiated public works projects like the Hoover Dam. Franklin D. Roosevelt, serving from 1933 to 1945, led the country through the Great Depression with his New Deal programs and World War II. Harry S. Truman, president from 1945 to 1953, is known for the Marshall Plan, NATO formation, and his decision to use atomic bombs in World War II. Dwight D. Eisenhower, serving from 1953 to 1961, created the interstate highway system and ended the Korean War. John F. Kennedy, president from 1961 to 1963, navigated the Cuban Missile Crisis and set the stage for the moon landing. Lyndon B. Johnson, serving from 1963 to 1969, implemented Great Society programs and signed the Civil Rights Act. Richard Nixon, president from 1969 to 1974, opened relations with China, but resigned due to the Watergate scandal. Gerald Ford, serving from 1974 to 1977, focused on economic struggles and signed the Helsinki Accords. Jimmy Carter, president from 1977 to 1981, is known for the Camp David Accords and his focus on human rights. Ronald Reagan, serving from 1981 to 1989, implemented Reaganomics and played a key role in ending the Cold War. George H. W. Bush, president from 1989 to 1993, led the country during the Gulf War and signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. Bill Clinton, serving from 1993 to 2001, oversaw a period of economic prosperity and enacted welfare reform. George W. Bush, president from 2001 to 2009, responded to the 9/11 attacks with the War on Terror and signed the No Child Left Behind Act. Barack Obama, serving from 2009 to 2017, passed the Affordable Care Act and led the nation out of the Great Recession. Donald Trump, president from 2017 to 2021, implemented the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and renegotiated NAFTA to USMCA. Joe Biden, our current president since 2001, has focused on COVID-19 response and passed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. These presidents throughout American history have faced numerous challenges and left their marks on the country. Who do you think has been the most influential president in American history? Share your thoughts below. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history of U.S. presidents. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. And of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who's your favorite president and why? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.